Okay, folks, look, we're gonna do it just like this. We're gonna get right into this video. You didn't already read the title, right? So you know we're doing a shrimp and corn chowder, right? Something a little bit different from my channel, you know what I mean? I'm trying to like broaden up my horizon and show you guys, you know, give you guys some other options, right? Now, if you guys pay attention and look right here, you can see that I got an assortment of, you know, ingredients, right? And don't forget the full ingredient list will be on my website. That's smokingandgrillingwithab.com, and that's WITAB.com. What I did was I just went ahead and put some heat, you know, in my Dutch oven. I'm gonna do everything in here. So we're gonna start off by getting a little flavor, right? So if I take it like this and just set these in here, it doesn't really matter whether it's hot or not. If it's not hot, give you guys a little tip. When they start off and it gets warm like it does, like it's gonna do here, kind of like keeps your bacon a little bit more straight. You know, get rid of that curly. Okay, folks, so listen, now that we're done with the bacon, you see I done set that off to the side, right? I left the bacon grease that's in here. Reason being, we finna add our shrimp. I didn't do no seasoning or nothing like that into this. So we'll just put these in here just like this. And what we wanna do is, you know, just move this around, let them, you know, absorb some of that bacon flavor. Now, if you guys don't wanna use bacon or nothing like that, for those that don't eat the pork, you know, you could have done this with a little extra virgin olive oil and some butter. But you see what I'm doing? And look at it right there. You'll see it starting to, you know, start to become pink. There we go. That's what we want to do. And the telltale sign is when shrimp is ready, what is it? It's when they curl up and they tighten up, right? You see how that one's loose? If I leave him right there, he'll just eventually, you know, tighten himself up. Okay, so if you guys come on in and take a look right here, you can see the way they curled up. I'll just put them right here. And yes, you guys can talk about me. I'm using a paper plate. Why? Because I'm the one that does these dishes down here. You know what I mean? So every now and then I'm gonna have these paper plates. Now, I didn't line this with no paper napkin. Why? Because I don't want these to like just be sucked dry of everything that it has absorbed, right? So this right here is nice. Then if you guys like that little buttery flavor that, if you like the little buttery flavor that shrimp gives you, you know what I mean, that you can get from the shrimp, you can go ahead and add, you know, a couple tablespoons of butter also. Now, you got a lot of fine at the bottom of here. You know what I mean? A lot of seasoning still left. You got the sweat from the shrimp. Now we finna go ahead and drop in, you know, you guys gotta know if you've been following me for a minute, looking at that right there, that'll be them onions first. All right, so already I'm gonna kick up my flame a little bit. Let's drop these in. All right, so once I give this like a 1 minute head start to just start breaking down, then I'll go ahead and add my minced garlic. Now, I gave you guys a tip, I'll say it again in this one here. I take it, and just so that I don't burn it, because you want to keep it moving once you put your garlic in, right? You see this right here? I'm making a bed so that I can have a place to put my garlic. So, got my garlic press loaded up. Now we just squeeze it here, and then you put it right here on top like this. This way you don't have no issues while you have to do, you know, the rest of your clothes, or if it's taking you some time to do it, right? One thing I like about the garlic press, everything that you know that you normally wouldn't get, you get it, because you can put it in, push it back down to the center, and then what you can do is just repress. Now, then when you move this around, you'll know when the garlic hits the heat, because the aromatic just kicks back. So we just let this go for about, you keep it moving for about 30 seconds. You know what I mean? 30 seconds to a minute. You just don't want to burn it, folks. And if you feel like it's going to get too hot, like I say, you can add yourself just like a little bit of butter, or you can add yourself a little extra virgin olive oil. Okay, so now, once you've done this for about 1 minute, nice, you want to go ahead and just add the rest of your seasonings, right? Look at this right here. Oh, yeah. All right, so now I'm gonna give this just a little bit of a pinch, you know, just a couple of small pinches of salt, right? And then I'll come, you know, with just a little bit of my fresh black crack. There we go. Now remember, cracked black pepper takes on a different taste, you know, once it starts to heat up. So we got this going. All right, so now we're gonna bring in our chicken broth. Broth or stock, whichever one you guys had, you know what I mean? But don't forget, the full ingredient list is on my website. I already told you guys it's smokingandgrillingwithab.com, and that's WITAB.com. And so the correct, what I use will be in there. Okay, so now what I did was I raised up my temperature. I got it on high because I want this to boil, right? As it's on its way, I'm gonna add my corn. Okay, so if you look right here, we up to a boil. Now I'm getting ready to set this, to a simmer, right? So as I lower this down, we get this like this. That's it right there, right? I'm gonna go ahead and add my bay leaves. And they kind of like, if you guys didn't know, like the bay leaf kind of like rehydrates itself once it's in here, but it releases all the flavor in the inside, so we just get it like this, nice and slow. I'm gonna let this, go. You want it like, I don't know, anywhere between 12 to about 15 minutes. Say about 15 minutes. This was sticking up a little bit on its own. It doesn't need no help. We'll just let that work, and then we'll go ahead and add the rest to it, and then we'll, use that immersion blender. This right here is nice. You're talking about cold, the way it is right now. This right here sticks to your ribs and warms you up. Okay, so after I went the whole 15 minutes, right? I gotta tell you guys, it takes 12 to 15 minutes. It's not gonna thicken up like you guys think. You know what I mean? So what I'm doing right now is I'm looking for my bay leaf. You know what I mean? I got one out. We gotta find that other one. Reason being, because we finna puree, right? So there he is. There we go. I can look at the liquid and tell you that it's starting to like thicken up on its own right there. It's not as, I don't know what the word there would be, but you can see it just a little bit, right? So now you want to go ahead and put your heavy cream in the inside, all right? Now I want to get all of this heavy cream in there. Right? Now it should look like this once you stir it. Now you want to get your immersion blender. Okay, so immersion blender, you got your corn, your heavy cream, all your seasoning, everything in here. You just want to put this in here, and you want to make sure you got this towards the bottom. You know what I mean? Then you turn it on, right? So the objective is to get all of our corn kernels, you know what I mean, to just like be minced in the inside, and that helps thicken it up also. Okay, so when you're looking right here, you see how I'm putting this in here. I kind of like lift it up, drop it on the top. You might not be able to get all of your corn kernels, so I lift it up, turn it off. I'll do it like this, take it, move it over, you know what I mean, and do it. Now, we had a lot of shrimp. I'm gonna show you how I do this shrimp here. This is so that it gets that shrimpy flavor in the inside. See how I put that in there like that? I put the immersion blender right over the top of it and turn that on, right? Then I work this around back and forth because I wanted to have that shrimp flavor in there and not just have it just for the, for the garnish, right? So we'll add some more. Just put it right there, immersion blender on top. There you go. Look at the thickness, folks. Still got that soupy look, right? But we adding some of that flavor. Now I'm just gonna do that one more time and I'm gonna save the rest, right? We're gonna save the rest, for that garnish. That'll be enough right there. Put it on top, turn it on. Okay, so now you want to hit it right here just to taste it and see if you want to make any adjustments, right? So I did take some of my bacon bits and then mix it in here. Only thing really only thing that left to do is like just taste it, make my adjustments, and then put it in a bowl. Okay, folks, look, I done already put it in a bowl, decorated. This is my way of, trying to turn it into a star, right? Obviously it worked because y'all are here right now, right? So listen, I'm not finna beat the dead horse, over talk, nothing like that. We finna just get right in here. I done already sampled it because, I check it as I go. I'm telling you, this is good. Now this would have been great if I were to remember to get me some baguettes, right? Some baguettes with some infused olive oil on it. You know what I mean? Put that in there, put it in the oven, get them nice, crispy. You can dunk. You know how we do with the collards and the cornbread? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm rambling. Hey, let's eat. Oh, yeah. Look at that right there. You see that? And look, we got shrimp, some bacon bits, and some nice chowder. Cheers, y'all. This right here is right. Nothing like a hot, bowl of shrimp chowder. You can't beat that, folks. Now, I gotta tell you this. For me, it starts with just having your shrimp done properly, cooked properly, right? It's just that texture. Once you open your mouth, you kind of like inhale a little bit. You can taste the flavors from the chowder before you even taste, hit your tongue. Hey, listen, I'm not trying to sell it. I want you guys to try it. Let me know what else would you put in here to make it your own, right? Now, if you're new to my channel, let me take this time to say thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, smash that subscribe button, and tell everybody out there there's a channel out here that's simplifying these recipes and taking the mystery out of cooking. And you know what I'm about to do, folks. About to pour myself something nice and cold to drink, and I'm out. Peace.